Welcome to the Good News with Truth. This is your host, Privileged Truth, and what we're about to get into today is not just a topic, it's a correction, a restoration, a return to reverence. The episode is called The Ancient Name Revealed, because whether the church wants to admit it or not, his name was never God, it was never the Lord, and Messiah's name was never Jesus. That's not opinion. That's documented, historical, and biblical. So we're going to address it fully, carefully, and unapologetically. You ready? Let's go to Exodus chapter 3. Moses, or Moshe, encounters the burning bush. He hears the voice of the Most High calling to him. And like any rational man, he asks a question we all would have asked. When I go to the children of Israel, and they ask me what your name is, what do I tell them? Now listen to the response, because it's precise. The Most High says, Aye, Asher, Aye, which means, most Bibles translate it as, I am that I am. But that's not what it says in Hebrew. A better understanding of it is, I will be who I will be. Or, I exist as I exist. Or, I cause to be what I cause to be. Therefore, it's not passive, it's active. The Most High is saying, I am self-existent, unchanging, eternal. I define myself. And right after that, he gives Moses his actual name, pronounced Yahuah. Yahuah. He says, tell them Yahuah, the Elohim of your fathers, has sent you. This is my name forever, and a memorial to all generations, not just to that generation, to all generations. So, I ask you plainly, if Yahuah said his name is forever, why are you still calling him something else? Exactly. The truth is, you've seen his name before, you didn't recognize it. Let me show you how. Yahuah is embedded in names of his people. Yehuda, which is now Judah, which means praise of Yahuah. Then you got Yahunathan, which is Jonathan, which means Yahuah has given. Then you have Yahusef, which is Joseph, which means Yahuah increases. And then lastly, Yahusha, which is not lastly, never least. Yahuah is salvation. These are not just beautiful names. They are prophetic affirmations, you understand? And they confirm one thing. The name of the Most High was known, used, and honored until it was removed. Now let's address the name Jesus. And I want to be clear. I'm not attacking people. I'm addressing history. The Messiah's real name is Yahusha, which means Yahuah is salvation. See, there was no letter J in Hebrew, there was no letter J in Greek, and there was no letter J in Latin. The letter wasn't introduced until the 1500s. So in the time of the Messiah, no one, literally no one, was calling him Jesus. That name has no Hebrew meaning. It does not connect the Son to the Father. It was a disconnect, linguistically, prophetically, and spiritually. So how did we lose Yahuah's name? Let's be honest. It started with fear. You hear that? Fear. And what did Yahuah say? He did not give us what? The spirit of fear, which means that spirit of fear came from Satan. After the Babylonian exile, some Hebrew scribes were afraid of misusing the name. So they stopped saying it and replaced it with Adonai and Hashim, the name. Then the Greek came in, then Rome, and the Roman church made it their mission to erase the Hebrew roots of the faith. That's why they began removing the name Yahuah from every scroll and every sentence, over 7,000 times. His name was stripped out of the scriptures and replace with Lord in all capital letters. And the title God, that's not his name either. It's a title. A generic one at that. Used by pagans to describe everything from idols to emperors. Come on now, listen carefully. This isn't just a Hebrew lesson. This is about honor. Proverbs 18:10 says, the name of Yahuah is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and are safe. Joel 2:32 says, whoever shall call on the name of Yahuah shall be delivered. How can you call on that if you saying Jesus? Now, don't get me wrong. Have he answered in that name? Yes, because we were ignorant to knowing his true name. Then Acts 4:12 says, there is no other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. Don't say there is no other God or no other person or no other deity or no other spirit. It say there is no other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. Not a title, a name. And that name is Yahusha, not Jesus. So now you got to go back and ask yourself, who were you baptized in the name of? And when you went down and you died, what did you rise with? Truthfully. And again, I'm not trying to convict nobody. I'm just waking up and I'm asking these questions. So if y'all want to ask these questions or y'all have something to say, feel free to put it in the comments. I would love to talk about it. So let me end with this. You've been told names don't matter, that God knows your heart, that calling him Lord is enough. But that's not what he said. He said, this is my name forever, a memorial to every generation. Exodus 3:15. Yahuah's name is sacred. Yahusha's name carries power, redemption, and the weight of the covenant. And if we truly love him, we'll honor him by name, not by assumption. Don't let tradition rob you of truth. Don't let comfort silence your conviction. And don't let culture override your covenant. Because now you know, and now you're responsible to walk in it. His name is Yahuah. His son is Yahusha, Yahusha. And their name will be restored in this generation. This was episode 1, the ancient name revealed. And in episode 2, we're going deeper into the deception. How kingdoms, councils, translators, and religious leaders rewrote the truth and buried the name. So stay with me, study for yourself, and let the Ruach HaKodesh, that's the set apart spirit, Holy Spirit, lead you into all truth. I'm your sister, Privileged Truth, and I don't play about the word, the covenant, or the Most High's name. Thank you for listening. Until next time, stay sharp, stay sealed, and stay in the word. Shalom to the remnant. I love you, and Yahuah willing. I see you next episode.